Good evening children, welcome to 6th standard online science class. Today we are going to continue the second unit, force and motions. In our previous class we have discussed about the speed and fast and slow and how to calculate the speed, formula to calculate the speed, time, distance, unit for speed, everything. Do you remember? Yes, speed equal to distance traveled by time taken, and the SI unit of speed is, what is SI unit? Yes, kilometer per hour or meter per seconds. Okay. Then based on this speed, we are going to classify the motion into another two types. They are nothing but uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion and a non-uniform motion. Okay. Suppose a train leaves Tiruchirappalli and arrives at Madurai. Okay. So where is the starting point? Tiruchirappalli and arrives at Madurai. Madurai is the end, final point or the terminal. Okay. Is the train travelled in an uniform speed? First, the train was stationary. When the train left the station, the motion was slow, and only after it left some distance that it gathered speed, isn't it? You have seen watched how the train is being moved, isn't it? The moving train. Have you ever traveled in the train? Yes. At first it will slowly move, and after going out of the station it will gather the speed, isn't it? Yes. After that it slowed down while crossing bridges and stop at intermediate stations for passengers. Right. Yes. Finally, as the train approached Madurai, again it slowed and finally came to a halt. Right. So, while starting and while ending, the train will slow down its speed. Am I right? Yes. That is, the speed was not same all through the journey. The speed was not same all through the journey. That is, the speed was non-uniform. We can say, no, the speed is not the same throughout the journey. So we can say the speed is non-uniform. Uniform, you know, everything will be similar, but here it is not like that. So the speed is non-uniform. This motion is said to be non-uniform motion. This motion is said to be what? Non-uniform motion. That is, the speed was non-uniform, so that the motion is said to be non-uniform motion. Is it clear, children? So the speed of the object is, if the speed of the object is non-uniform, then we can say that the motion of the object is also non-uniform. Do you understand? However, in between the journey, there may have a stretch wherein the train might have been going at a constant speed. See, so in some places the train may be traveling in a constant speed, isn't it? It may be either between two stations. Two stations, the speed of the train will be the same. So similarly, it maintains a constant same speed, isn't it? During that interval, the train was moving at a uniform speed. So during that speed of the train, that is, it maintains a constant speed, no? That movement is called as, or that motion is called as uniform motion. Uniform motion. Do you understand, children? So the speed of the object defines the type of the motion of the object. If the speed is uniform, then the motion is also uniform. If the speed is non-uniform, then the motion is also non-uniform. Do you understand, children? If an object covers uniform distance in uniform intervals, then the motion is said to be uniform motion. So if the object covers uniform, same distance in same time period, then the motion of the object is called a what? Uniform option. Okay. Sorry, uniform motion. Otherwise, the motion is called non-uniform motion. So keep in mind always, children, if the object covers uniform distance in uniform intervals means interval of time. Okay, in the same time period, then we call it as uniform motion. If not, otherwise, the motion is called non-uniform motion. Do you understood what is uniform motion and non-uniform motion? Everybody? Good. So we can classify this. So far we were discussing about the types of motions, isn't it? So how this classification can be done? The classification can be done based on the path of the object, and if it is periodic or if the speed is uniform or not. However, in real life, motions are combined in many types. So how the motions are classified? The motion based on the path and based on the duration, time duration, and based on the speed. So how? Based on the path, how the motion is classified? It is classified as linear motion, curvilinear motion, and circular motion, rotatory motion, oscillatory motion, and zigzag motion. So these are the 6 types of motions based on the path. So what are the types of motion based on the path we have seen? Linear motion. What is that? Linear motion, curvilinear motion, circular motion, and rotatory motion, oscillatory motion, and finally zigzag motion. This is based on the path of the object. This classification is based on the path of the object. Now, based on the duration of the object, how the motion is classified? It is classified as periodic and non-periodic motion. If the motion repeats in equal intervals of time in a particular time period, then we call it as periodic motion. Example, rotation and revolution of the earth and moon. And non-periodic motion, if they are not following, if the motion is not happening in the equal intervals of time, then we call it as non-periodic motion. Then based on the speed of the object, the motion is classified into uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So uniform motion based on the speed. If the speed of the object is in a constant speed, if the object travels in a constant speed, we call it as uniform motion. If not, it is non-uniform motion. So these are the different types of motions. Okay, children, do you understood this clearly? Yes, good. Shall we go to the next topic, children? Okay, now these motions, actually in our day-to-day life, we came across all these types of motions. Okay, sometimes the combined types of motions also, the combined classifications of motions also, so they are together called as multiple motion. They are together called as multiple motion. So look at the bicycle. You have seen the bicycle, right? Yes. What type of motion does the wheel perform? So what type of motion does the cycle in total perform? See, look at the bicycle. The wheel of the cycle perform what type of motion? Very good. It is rotational motion. It is rotational motion, isn't it? It rotates. The wheel rotates. So it is a rotational motion. Very good. What about the path of the cycle? How does the cycle move? The cycle moves in a straight line. The cycle moves in a straight line, isn't it? So what type of motion it is? It is linear motion. It is linear motion. Am I right? So bicycle is a best example for this multiple motions. Okay, multiple. So in this bicycle, more than one type of motion is happening. So we call it as multiple motion. Is it clear, children? Yes. Similarly, you have seen in the sewing machine, isn't it? Sewing machine, you know, it is used to stitch the cloths. So shall we discuss what type of motion is happening? Motion of the needle. What is the motion of the needle? How does the motion of the needle moves? The motion of the needle moves in a, yes, good, linear motion. It moves in a straight line, isn't it? So it is linear motion. Then what is the next question? The next question is motion of the wheel. Motion of the, and also we can also give another type of motion. It is a periodic motion. It is a periodic motion, no? At a particular time interval, the stitching process goes on. So it is an example for periodic motion also. Then motion of the wheel. What about the motion of the wheel? What about the motion of the wheel? The wheel moves, isn't it? So it is in a circular path. So it moves with its own axis. Am I right? So it is an example for it does not move with its own axis. The machine makes it to rotate. So it is an example for circular motion. Circular motion. So a motion of the wheel is circular motion. Motion of the footrest. What about the footrest? You all know footrest. At the bottom of the machine we have footrest, no? It will be pressed by our legs, isn't it? What about the motion of the footrest? The footrest motion is, yes, oscillatory motion. Very good. Up and down. We can move up and down. The footrest can be moved up and down. So it is a oscillatory motion. And also it is a periodic. For a time period. At the same time period it happens. We already studied all the oscillatory motions are periodic motions, isn't it? Yes, good. So it is periodic as well as oscillatory motion. Do you understood this, children? Hope you have understood clearly today's class, children. So do your assignment. Along with doing your assignment, you must learn then and there. Every day you must learn the assignments then and there. Then only it will be easy for you to prepare for your exams, and also it will give you a clear idea. Okay, children. Then so do your assignments, report in the group without fail with your photos, assignment photos. That's more important, children. Thank you. Meet you in the next class. We will conclude the lesson in our next class, children. Hope you are all doing the assignments correctly. Am I right, children? Yes. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. Make your parents to get vaccinated. Thank you, children.